I am Pam Alston and married to the alum, Rod Alston. I'm a Cali girl. I'm a native Californian, born in Oakland. We still live in Oakland. And we even have our grave sites in Oakland. But we love to travel to Wichita, Kansas.
I was born and raised in Coffeyville, Kansas. That's in southeast Kansas. When I graduated from high school, I had 4 friends, my best friends, and we were all saying, well, we're going to go to college. I had one friend that had a football scholarship to Tulsa, so he went to Tulsa. I had 2 other friends that went to Emporia State. And I decided to come to Wichita State because my vision was to become an FBI agent. And Wichita State had the Administration of Justice program. So that's how I got here. My first year, now, I'd never been away from home. So my first year was not a tough year, but I didn't do too much academically. Okay, I'll be honest. I enjoyed, I lived in Fairmont Towers. So that was a great experience. But then after that, then I decided, hey, it's time to buckle down and, get my education. So I did. Then I had a good experience here. And then once I graduated, I decided to go to graduate school. And I had a girlfriend, and my girlfriend told me something one day. And I said, okay, well, I guess we're getting married. And it's like, you're getting married? Well, we're not getting married. So we got married. I was 25, she was 21. And I was still going to graduate school, but I didn't, unfortunately for me, I didn't finish graduate school. And then in '82, I moved to Oakland, and I've been there ever since. But I had a good experience here at Wichita State. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, tickets, period, per game, whether season tickets, were impossible to get. So we would buy a ticket when they played at the Intrust Arena. And one time, Courtney, executive director of the Alumni Association, invited us as a guest. And those were the only opportunities until just recently. And Rod had a dream. And his dream was that we would be season ticket holders to Shocker basketball when we retired. It was what we thought was the impossible dream. But when it was within reach, we grabbed it. And we worked out the details later, which is traveling round trip from Oakland to Wichita for every home game. Well, what helps a lot is that Southwest is at the airport now because it wasn't before. So we're able to leave from Oakland. So we travel from Oakland to Denver, and there's about a 3-hour layover. And fortunately, we're able to go to the American Express Centurion Lounge. So we kind of lounge around for about 3 hours, and then from Denver to Wichita. We rent a car in Wichita, and we are Marriott Bonvoy members, so we stay at a Marriott hotel, usually Corporate Hills on Webb Road. I'll let Rod answer that because, I don't know a whole lot about basketball, but I'll tell you this much. I love the energy, the enthusiasm. I love the apparel, earrings. I even have the necklace. I have the socks. And I like dressing up, in the game gear. And we sit next to really nice people, so we chat with them. I love going to the Champions Club. We're meeting people. And like Rod said, I am the extrovert, so I'll make little comments, get a laugh from people. It breaks the ice. And each time we go, we're meeting more people, so feeling very comfortable there. So Rod.
I think the high spot for me and for Pam is when we go to the Champions Club, because I enjoy seeing her enjoy the people there and the food there and everything. And if she's happy, then I'm happy.
Happy wife, happy life. Okay, are you happy?
I'm happy. The tradition is me keep telling Pam, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yeah, I'm always a little late. So he starts probably 2 hours before the game begins. to come on, let's go to the Champions Club. I start thinking about the food, and yes, and I get a move on it.
And at every away game for Wichita State, I get up early in my pajamas and I put out my flag.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's the tradition, yeah.
And a lot of people in the neighborhood, they don't know what it is, because during football season, I fly the cow flag. Well, they know that. But then they see that other flag and they're like, what school? And some of them have come and asked me, what's that? I said, oh, that's Wichita State. Oh, okay. You know. But yeah, that is the tradition. Yeah.
Well, I have a little story about that. So I am an Oakland native, and Rod, he counts since he's lived in Oakland for so many years. So the Golden State Warriors, they won the national championship this year, and they've won several within the past 5 years. Well, there was an era when they weren't winning games. And in fact, the arena looked much like the Roundhouse looks now. And you know how, like, if they score 73 points, you get some free McDonald's French fries? Believe me, I've gotten those French fries. Well, in Oakland, you got a chalupa from Taco Bell if the Warriors scored 100 points. So anyway, and they would say, oh, they're playing like the Bulls, so you have to come and see the Bulls players. So it was like that kind of era. But then they moved into the We Believe era. And the players were wearing jerseys that said "We Believe." They gave out free yellow, cheap T-shirts, but they said "We Believe." And when you're in an arena where everyone is wearing T-shirts that say "We Believe," it's like a religious experience. So we started to believe, and it just changed the whole energy, not only among the players, but also among the fans. So anyway, Rod and I, we bought a brick, and anyway, you could say anything on the brick. So after your names, you could say, go Shockers or something like that. But we wrote on ours, "We Believe," because it's so powerful when you believe. Just the words "we believe" are so powerful. But I have to admit, I wasn't sure what we believed. We had the opportunity to meet Coach Isaac Brown this past year, spring of this year actually. And he had a wood carving and it said, "I believe." So we asked him, "What do you believe?" And it was so inspiring, so eloquent what he believed, because he could see what naturally you can't see, and it inspired our belief. So anyway, it was like a melding of I believe and we believe. And we do believe. We believe in the Shockers. We believe in Coach Isaac Brown. And in fact, we have a check right here, and it says, "Believe." And we want to present this to the athletic director. And I have to tell you that Rod, he knows the value of $1, and it's hard to pull $1 out of him. But, on one level, you can believe, you can watch the games on TV, or you can believe and you can be here physically. And it's not only about just being there physically, but we also believe in planting seeds of expectations. And our expectation is that the Shockers are going to have a wonderful season. We believe in it. And we want to present this check to the athletic director. And it's just a seed of expectation, but we believe. We believe. Really, the presentation is to Alex Johnson. Okay, and the reason why is because he cultivated us. So he has been so accessible to us when we've had, questions about the Champions Club, about tickets, and he's been our point person. And we're very appreciative to Alex. He's made us feel very comfortable. I'm Pam Alston.
I'm Rod Alston.
And we're from Oakland, California.
And I'm Alex Johnson with Wichita State Athletics.
And we fight for Wichita.